I've said how much I admire Hillary's toughness, her smarts, her policy chops, her experience. You've got to admit it, though. Hillary trying to appeal to young voters is a little bit like your relative who just signed up for Facebook. Yeah? Dear America, did you get my poke? Is it appearing on your wall? I'm not sure I'm using this right. Love, Aunt Hillary.
Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton are not exactly what one would call close personal friends. No matter how many times you consider it, it remains rather difficult to ever see them sitting down together over a couple of beers and telling political war stories. But the president understands politics, he understands legacy, and he understands the all-out assault Donald Trump will wage on his policies should he become the next resident on Pennsylvania Avenue. So the time has come for the man in charge to put his considerable weight behind that of the only person who can save his history. Despite the fact she may be the second most flawed candidate in modern American political history, some believe without a doubt the first. Is Barack Obama what Hillary Clinton needs to put her over the top and defeat Donald Trump? And what about the Republican congressman who openly admits he'll support the Libertarian candidate instead of Trump? Those questions and more to you. Slam the phone lines right now. Get in the queue. 1-877-Newsmax. 1-877-639-7629. Be a part of this conversation. The week's now officially underway. Dive headfirst into the political animals, safe in the knowledge neither the president nor Mrs. Clinton will be sending any of us free drinks anytime soon. Welcome back the syndicated columnist, University of Maryland economist Peter Morici, joined by the former Democratic senatorial aide contributor at The Hill, Brent Budowsky. Gentlemen, thanks for joining us. All right, I'm going to come to you first on this one, Brent. Will Barack Obama be exactly what Hillary Clinton needs to put her over the top, or is all he's worried about is just to make sure that he does anybody in office who isn't Donald Trump?
No, I think what Hillary Clinton needs to put her over the top is Donald Trump continuing making racist statements about a federal judge, being denounced by one Republican after another, and being attacked in the media that he criticized last week. I think Obama will help Clinton up to a point, but in the scheme of things, I don't think that's going to be a big factor. I think we have a race between one person who may be a flawed candidate, but who is clearly and unequivocally qualified for the presidency, and another candidate who is an incompetent, disowned by many in his own party, who makes racist comments around federal judges, offending the largest, fastest growing demographic in American voting right now.
All right, Peter, here you go. Flawed candidate. Now, let's be fair. There are those who think that both Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton are flawed, but those who would say that Hillary Clinton is certainly more flawed after her time sitting in office, what she has done, the lies, the emails, the servers and everything. So the question to you then, Peter, is this a big deal? Should we even worry about Barack Obama getting behind Hillary Clinton?
I don't think that Barack Obama helps Hillary very much, simply because Hillary remains strong with the folks that he would inherit from Obama. She is not going to hold the youth vote because of him. It's quite independent. If you recall, Richard Nixon got a lot of support towards the end from Dwight Eisenhower, and it didn't put him over the top. My feeling is that Hillary is incompetent and unqualified to be president. If she was qualified, the Russians wouldn't be in the Crimea. ISIS wouldn't be expanding throughout the Middle East and in Libya. The Chinese would not own the South China Sea now. And we wouldn't have had Benghazi and terrorists marching down the streets of San Bernardino, and the president's only response was, we need yet more gun control. You have to remember, she was Secretary of State. She was the architect of this foreign policy. She's running on her foreign policy experience. She doesn't have economic policy experience. She says she's going to leave that to Bill to create jobs. So my feeling is that that it's kind of a tragedy that Donald Trump is so misunderstood. My feeling is that he is, that the media makes too much of his comments, though he certainly gives them a good way to do it. But it just is what it is.
All right, I can see Budowsky over there. He is tuning up. He hasn't even lit up the first cigar yet. Brent, I'm going to let you respond to that, but let's be fair here. When you say flawed candidate, you cannot only put Donald Trump in that. You can call him flawed, you can call him insulting, whatever you want. That's all part of the political game. But come on, Brent, you've got to call Hillary Clinton just as flawed, if not more flawed, after her time in politics. Come on.
Oh, not even close when you're comparing her to Donald Trump. Let me tell you, it was Donald Trump who praised Vladimir Putin. and Vladimir Putin, who praised Donald Trump.
Okay, wait a minute.
And
Hang on, Brent. Hang on. You know I have a lot of respect for you, but I'm going to stop you there because let's stop comparing to Donald Trump. Get to my point here. Hillary Clinton is a flawed candidate. Peter Morici made a comment about Hillary as secretary. Peter made a comment about Hillary as Secretary of State about Russia, and I will tell you, I and almost every commander in the United States military would rather have Hillary Clinton as commander-in-chief towards Russia than Donald Trump, who Vladimir Putin praised, and who praised Vladimir Putin. There is no qualification, even a contest between the two. Hillary Clinton may not be likable, and she may be a flawed candidate. My candidate, if God let me pick a president, would be John Kerry. But the fact is, she towers over Donald Trump in qualifications like Mount Rushmore towers over the Little League. Okay.
It's Donald Trump who praised the dictator in North Korea. Donald Trump who wants Saudi Arabia to have nuclear weapons. Now, if Peter Morici wants to say that's qualified, good. Make my day. Let's spend 5 months debating that.
All right, 1-877-NEWSMAX, 1-877-NEWSMAX. Peter, let's close this portion of it out because I'm going to give you a chance to respond to Brent. I know you want to.
Well, I think I've outlined, or I've mentioned or listed a number of foreign policy failures. Now, it is true that Donald Trump wants to talk to the president of North Korea. I would too. Simply, I think the man wants attention, and the policies that we've pursued so far have failed. And it isn't it Barack Obama that says when a policy fails, we should try something else? Talking to him is not a big deal. As for Putin, I don't know, but in the global chess match, Vladimir Putin beat the heck out of Barack Obama and the living daylights out of Hillary Clinton. That has to be respected, even if you don't like his goals and means. He made a horse's ass out of both of them.
All right, let's go ahead and move on then. 1-877-NEWSMAX, 1-877-NEWSMAX. We need about 3 hours to put all this in here. Jay from Dallas, Texas, joins us on the hard line. Jay, you believe that Obama is indeed just endorsing Hillary to protect his legacy, correct?
Absolutely, and thank you for having me on your line, Ed.
Pleasure.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. In order to, I look at it as a domino effect. When Hillary comes into office, it preserves the establishment. If Hillary is not put into the position of authority in the President of the United States, Trump is in, he is a little bit more, as you say, less controllable. And therefore, there's a lot of concern as to what he's going to do to prosecute those who are not protecting the Constitution of the United States. Now, when Donald Trump gets in there, and I believe this thoroughly from what he said about our borders and all forms of things, that he is certainly going to hopefully, eliminate a lot of the evil within our federal government.
All right, Jay, I appreciate your call. Thank you so much. 1-877-NEWSMAX. I wanted to bring this up too, gentlemen. BuzzFeed pulling out of a $1.3 million advertising deal with the Republican National Committee over Donald Trump. Before I get your comments, here's Ann from Baltimore, Maryland. She says it's all just politics being politics. Go ahead, Ann. Welcome to the Hardline.
Hello. Thank you for having me on. My concern is this. Barack Obama has been our president for, 8 years? And from the day he was elected president, and it's always been something, to get rid of him and kick him out of there. And started, with the Congress and the senators. They just don't like him. Okay, so everybody has an opinion. Then you know what they're like. Everybody has one. But my concern is this: Donald Trump, Hillary Clinton. 6 in one hand, half a dozen in the other. Hillary Clinton has more political experience. She's been on the Capitol Hill for quite a number of years. She knows her way around. She's been the Secretary of Foreign Affairs. She knows what she's doing. She knows how to play the political game, and she's doing a great job of it. But I don't like her because I think she's a hawk.
Okay, what about, let me just ask you real quick, Ann, because I've only got 10 seconds here. BuzzFeed dropping $1.3 million from the Republican National Committee, no more advertising. Are you happy with that? I mean, it seems as if they're upset with what Donald Trump is saying. Give me a quick answer.
Yeah, I'm not really happy with that, because Donald Trump has a right to say anything he wants to say, when he wants to say it. Okay, if the American people can see that Donald Trump is an idiot. I don't know what else to say.
All right,
about
let me
Donald
stop you
Trump.
right there because
Donald
I think
Trump is just like a bug.
you you hit on something there that I think just about not everybody, but some people in America would agree with. Nicely done, some people would say. Badly done, others would say. Gentlemen, Brent, to you, just 20 seconds here. That Donald Trump can say anything he wants. Give me a quickie on that.
No, I don't think you can make racist comments about a Hispanic judge and succeed. I don't think. I'd like to hear Peter's comment. He should not have been praising the North Korean dictator for murdering his political opponents, which Donald Trump did, which I deplore, and I hope Peter does too.
Okay, Peter, 20 seconds to you.
Well, it's important to recognize that Bush's attorney general says that Donald Trump is correct or within his rights to question the objectivity of that judge because of his political affiliations. So I think we have to put it in that context. My feeling is that Barack Obama would have endorsed Hillary Clinton even if Jeb Bush was the nominee. Let's bear that in mind. But Donald Trump's got problems. There's no two ways about it. He says things in ways that he shouldn't say them.
And we're going to continue to talk about it. Brent Budowsky, Peter Morici, gentlemen, thanks so much for joining us. Coming up next, the greatest and the greatest generation, what they have in common.